Hi, welcome to RES832. This is Foundations of Research Design 2. I'm Dr. Harshman. I'm a program chair here at GCU. I also serve as a dissertation chair, and my full-time gig here, I'm the director of the residencies that you're all going to be attending at a couple of points in your program. So the first one, RSD851, you may have either just attended or maybe planning to come out here within the next couple of months. Great time to come to Arizona. It's starting to get hot, so that'll be fun for you. I'm confident that you will find residency to be a time where you can kind of tie up some of the loose ends of your program and really get your feet on the ground as far as your study's concerned. So here with me in RES 832, the decision that you make for your methodological approach at the end of this class is going to determine which residency you register for when you come out for the second residency. So residency 1, we're all together, but residency 2 is methodology specific, qualitative, or quantitative. So notice I did not say mixed. If you've gotten to this point and you're still rocking a mixed method study, by the end of this course with me, you're going to need to have a solid direction for qualitative or quantitative. And you're going to need to be able to defend your reasoning for that direction. And this is going to go beyond the I hate math, so I'm doing a qualitative study, or I don't like people, I'd rather deal with numbers. So in the next couple of months, I would like for each of you to develop a solid argument for your research choices. And I will help you with that. Hopefully you were able to start a working knowledge in RES 831, and I just look forward to helping you move forward with the development and structure of your dissertation topic. So for this week, I want to look at the first and most frequent issue that we see as a deficiency, and that's coming into residency, and honestly, it's coming into residency 1 and residency 2. We usually see a weakness in the problem space or the argument for the need for the study. So we're really just going to tackle that during week 1, make sure everybody's on good ground with that. So these are the things that you need to know and do to justify the need for your study. So the first thing is you need to support the need for your study with literature. Many of us come in with an idea of what we want to do based on our experience or observation over the years, but that's a good starting point. But you have to have literature to back that up. And 100% of the literature supporting the need for your study is actually going to need to come from within 5 years of your anticipated graduation date. Not 5 years from today's date or 5 years from when you started the program. This is 5 years of your anticipated graduation date. So I can't really tell you when that will be. That depends on you and how quickly and efficiently you manage your time and how quickly you achieve the milestones associated with this program. But I do suggest erring on the side of caution. Right now, you should be working with literature from the past 2 to 3 years at this point. Now, important to note, I said 100% of the literature supporting the need for your study. Don't misunderstand this. For the entire dissertation process, we have a 75-25 rule. So 75% of your literature should be newer and 25% can be older. So we often see that older literature playing a role in the theoretical foundations. It might be in the background of your study. It could be in your themes somewhere. But definitely room for that seminal research that we need. And then 75% of it should be newer. So when I say 100%, I'm talking about just the problem space. You may have also heard this called the gap here and there. But when you are justifying the need for your study, 100% needs to come from within that 5 years of your anticipated graduation date. This is because if you see something that needed to be done and that article was published back in 1988, people like you have been working on it since 1988. So we want to make sure we are getting into current literature for that justification for the need for our research. The second thing is we want to make sure that what you find actually supports what you want to do. If it doesn't, then you need to adjust what you are doing to match what you found the support for. So this is a really big contributor to why you hear people saying, oh, I had to change my topic during RES832, or I had to change my topic during residency. Because sometimes we want to do something and we have a great idea that may be based on our own experience or observation, but the literature has different ideas. So this is where the importance of reading comes in. If you feel like you're deficient on your problem space, or you hear yourself saying things like, well, I just can't find any research on my topic, then either you probably haven't read enough or it's already been done and you need to look in the same area, read more, and see if there's something that you can find that needs to be done. Let's talk about where you can find support for the need for your study in articles. So we tend to open it up and look at the abstract, see if the abstract tells us what we want to know, see if it is somehow supportive of our study. But that's not always going to let you know if it can support the need for your study. If you're just skimming, if you're not deep reading articles right now, if you're just looking for what you are going to deep read, then go to the bottom of the study for this. You might find a heading that says future research directions or limitations, and that's where you might find something that tells you the need for your study. So that's something that we will kind of tap into during this class. And if you have specific questions about it, please be sure to reach out to me. And the third thing that I'd like you to keep in mind is feasibility. Feasibility is something that we kind of tend to gloss over a little bit because it can make you uncomfortable to find out that there's something that you're wanting to do that may not be able to be done. So there are definitely complications that come up when working with protected groups or doing research that could be considered traumatic or otherwise harmful for participants. If this is something that you have either been told that you are dancing around or something that you are concerned about, I suggest that you attend an IRB office hour session. That's at 10:30 Arizona time on Wednesdays, and just kind of start conversations with them about your study. They're really good about just talking with you and giving you support even at this stage. You may very well find support in the literature that a specific population needs to be studied about, like a past trauma they've experienced or something. But as a dissertation student, that's going to be a tough one for you to pull off. And we really like you, and we're happy to have you here, but we want you to finish the program and go on and do great things. So after you're Dr. You can do the more complex stuff. But while you're here, and while you're a dissertation student, we're going to encourage you to take a smaller bite. And I'm sure that this is not the first time you've heard this because we all say it. A good dissertation is a done dissertation. So if we're trying to change things a little bit or trying to get you to go a different direction, it's not because we're trying to slow your roll or we're standing in between you and your degree, but it's because we've all done this and we know what works. So just have an open mind and let the time that you spend in these classes and in residency help you shape your program. So this week is kind of geared for me to get to know your study a little bit. So be sure to look at the CAT DQs. Those are classroom assessment techniques. I've got those posted for each week. So those will drop with the discussion questions that you're going to answer. These will not be scored as far as a discussion post, but they do count towards your participation posts. So if you respond to the CAT, then it counts as an attendance day on that day that you respond. So those are going to be more specific to your own process and hopefully help you apply what you're learning each week to your own dissertation approach. So thank you for being here. I look forward to getting to know each of you, and I will see you in the discussion boards.